Nowhereville. Fade in. Exterior desert, day. Sand and tumbleweeds are blown across the landscape. A rattlesnake moves across the ground, hunting for its next catch. A hawk circles overhead, also in search of a meal on the desert floor. In the distance, down a long deserted highway, a van with tinted windows appears in the distance. Interior, van, day. 2 prison guards are seated at the front. Prison-issue windbreakers, caps with the DOC, Department of Corrections, insignia, and the state prison ID badges with the names James Miller and Rolando Cortez on them. Sunglasses and several types of guns. A clear acrylic panel with several holes separates them from their passenger. Back seat sits Jory Kavanaugh, mid-40s. Hands and feet shackled, wearing prison-issue orange jumpsuit. Long greasy hair, unshaven.
So, how much longer?
You in a hurry to be executed?
Hey, I'm already dying back here. Can you turn up the AC?
Just relax, Kavanaugh. We're not here for your comfort. You're just another package heading to death row. We're FedEx.
Yeah, Kavanaugh. I've always been curious. Why did you murder your boss and your co-workers?
He took my life away and I took his. The others were just in the way.
Is that your idea of poetic justice?
Yeah. You actually took the wallets after you killed them and went back home? What were you thinking?
Severance pay. Hey, if guys like me didn't commit crimes, guys like you wouldn't have jobs, is the way I look at it, so I'm done talking.
Exterior gas station, day. A business off a road in the middle of nowhere. A dilapidated pickup truck pulls up and stops. The truck bed is covered with a plastic tarp. A woman and a teenage boy inside. Interior truck, day. The woman, Charlotte, early 30s, wearing threadbare shorts and a cut-off flannel shirt, showing her arms covered with tattoos. Her long greasy hair tied back in a ponytail. A cigarette dangles from her mouth. The boy, Harley, 17, a mixture of a few facial hairs and pimples on his face, a bit timid-looking. Worn blue jeans, t-shirt, and a denim vest. Matted black hair goes down to his shoulders.
You ready?
I guess so.
You guess. It's very simple. You owe for getting you out of that fucked up prison you were in.
It was a boys' home.
Whatever. Come on, we got business.
I'm not sure of this.
Hey, you're already in. Don't be a damn baby.
You're not my mother.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Interior convenience store, day. They enter, stop at the doorway, and look around.
Put out the cigarette.
Char takes the cigarette out of her mouth, drops it on the floor, and crushes it.
I meant outside.
Oops, my bad. Got a ladies' room.
In the back, first row on right.
Char makes a gesture to Harley, who heads over to the candy aisle at the other end of the store.
Mom needs to learn some manners.
She's not my mom.
Girlfriend. Huh. Cougars in this area don't always have 4 legs, but they do have claws.
She's not my girlfriend. Would you shut up?
Hey, take it easy. Just fooling.
Harley picks up a few miscellaneous items, goes over to the coffee area and pours a paper cup. Puts his finger in the coffee, then goes over to an 80s-style microwave oven, caked with the remains of several burritos. Puts the cup in and hits the reheat button. Looks over to the back of the store and sees Char peeking around the corner. Her expression says, "Do it." He then looks through the windows of the store and sees nothing but blowing sand and a few tumbleweeds. Moves to the front counter.
Is that it for today?
Yeah.
A little young to be drinking coffee, don't you think? And in this heat? Want a pack of cigarettes to go with that?
Harley tosses the coffee into the clerk's face. The clerk falls down, clutching his face and screaming in agony. Running from the back comes Char, holding a fire extinguisher, puts a spray right into the clerk's face, blinding him. Then she jumps the counter, pulls a small revolver from her pocket, and puts it right into the clerk's face. Harley nervously continues to keep watch.
Don't move. I said don't move.
Clerk freezes, wincing in pain. Hands are above his head and he's shaking with fear.
We're going to the back of the store right now. We're going to get all the money out of the safe and hand over your security tapes to me. Do you understand?
Clerk's head nods in rapid succession.
You, start loading supplies. Holler if anyone shows. If you even try to hit a silent alarm, I'll burn you out there in the desert.
No, please.
Char gets into his feet. He stumbles towards the back office, Char keeping the gun at the base of his skull. Harley takes a handheld basket and starts loading stuff from the shelves. Exterior, gas station, day. Harley puts the last of the goods in the bed of the truck. Char exits the store carrying a wad of cash, a bunch of tapes, and a video recorder.
Is he alive?
Don't worry, he's tied up in the back. Did you get my smokes?
About 5 cartons.
Good. Let's go.
Interior van, day. Jory sits still in the back. Both Miller and Cortez are talking about their financial issues. Van passes a sign. Junction Road 177, exit 2 miles. This catches Jory's attention, and he looks ahead down the road, sees a glint of light by the side of the road. He begins to breathe heavily and winces.
You okay?
Oh, I don't know. My chest really hurts.
Nerves?
Kavanaugh, just slow your breathing.
I can't. That feels like a weight on my chest.
Just hold on. Call the prison medical desk.
Cortez pulls out his phone and dials. Miller looks in his rearview mirror.
Just relax, we'll find out what's happening.
Eyes back on the road just in time to see something moving across, then thump! The van hits it. Blood covers the windshield. Cortez drops his phone. Miller loses control of the vehicle.
Oh, fuck!
What the hell?
Just hold on.
Jory ducks down in his seat. Miller slams on his brakes. Van does a slide down the road. Smoke kicks up from the tires. The van screeches to a halt.
Oh, jeez, oh, jeez. Sit tight. Keep an eye on him.
Tell me that was a coyote.
Oh, God, I hope so.
Exterior road, day. He exits the van, taking a quick inventory of what just happened. Blood and body parts are strewn all over the road. An arm over there, a head off to the side, a torso. He winces, slumps over, ready to throw up. Then something catches his eye. Walks over to what appears to be a pair of cut-off legs. There is a skateboard tied to the feet.
What the hell?
Need me to call it in?
Hold on a sec. Maybe a prank.
On closer inspection, he sees what looks like raw meat and some exaggerated red liquid and broken plastic bags. The legs are white plastic. Looks over at the head, fake red lips, and a wig hangs partially off the head.
What is it?
It's a fake.
Miller draws his gun and starts to run back to the van when, boom, a shot rings out off screen. Miller is hit in the leg and is knocked off his feet. In the van, Cortez draws his gun and ducks down in the seat, shielding Jory. Miller, in pain, draws his own gun, fires several shots into the foliage where the others came from.
What the fuck's going on?
I'm hit. Stay in the damn van. Shots came from the right side.
I'm calling it in.
Interior van, day. Cortez pokes his head up for a look, sees Miller get to his feet and hobble toward the van. Several more shots strike the pavement around him as he turns around, dives into some brush at the other side of the road. Cortez rolls down the window and fires randomly in the direction of the shooter. Jory is grinning from ear to ear. Cortez cautiously reaches for the radio mic at the front, exposing himself in the van. Boom! Another shot comes from off the road. The windshield shatters and Cortez is struck in the head. Blood splatters all over the front and on Jory. Exterior road, day. Hiding in the brush, Miller tries to gather his thoughts. His gun at the ready, calls out to Cortez. No response. Calls again. Now his voice is frustrated and panicked at the same time. From out of the bush on the other side appears Char, holding 2 handguns. Harley follows behind her. Char is firing in the direction of Miller.
Go get your father. I'll take care of this one.
Miller tries to look to see what's going on, but does not want to expose himself. Several shots ring out and hit the ground around him. He tenses up, hands on gun, trembling. He hears movement in the bushes right next to him, turns and empties his gun in that direction. It's a rabbit. From the other direction, Char walks up and empties her guns into Miller. He never had a chance. Interior van, day. Harley jumps in, pushes Cortez's lifeless body out of the way, hugs his dad, who's still in chains.
Dad, are you okay?
Good job, son. I'm proud of you. Now get these damn things off of me.
A horrified Harley goes for the keys on Cortez's belt and begins to free his dad. Char walks up to the van, carrying whatever weapons and accessories she could get off Miller.
Ain't you a sight for sore eyes?
They hug and kiss, almost making out. Harley is hunched over, looking like he's about to puke.
Hey, son, you done good. They die or your daddy dies. You'll learn about survival of the fittest soon enough.
We didn't have to kill them.
Now what the hell do you think they were gonna do to me? Fucking lethal injection.
We better get a move on. Travis is waiting for us.
Unit PE-421, come in. Come in, Unit PE-421.
Char fires several shots at the radio. It sparks and dies. She takes the gun belt and clips off Cortez's body. Interior apartment, morning. Bedroom. An iPhone alarm goes off. A man sits up in bed and looks at the time. By all appearances, he didn't sleep much. Bathroom. splashes water on his face, looks in the mirror. Mike Taylor, mid-30s, single, clean cut. Takes a deep breath and sighs.
Well, guy, time to face your fears.
Later, Mike is running around his apartment, packing a few sports bags with one hand and trying to keep a cup of coffee in the other. He talks into a Bluetooth.
Yes, I will take a cab to the airport and meet you there. Just let me know where you want to meet. In the bar? Fine with me.
Exterior public airport bar, afternoon. Mike is seated with his friend, Robert Carpenter, mid-30s, his appearance a little scruffier than Mike. A map is spread out on the table. Mike finishes up a beer, motions to the bartender for another.
Easy, guy. My plane doesn't have a bathroom.
Right, I forgot.
Takeoff is in half an hour. You got time to empty your bladder.
Mike points to the map.
For my own peace of mind, show me the route again.
Okay, we take off here, head down to San Diego, spend a few days, then take off again. Head east towards New Mexico. A lot of open spaces which will help. Believe me, multiple landings and takeoffs are going to be the way for you to overcome this. Trust me. And you do, right?
Yeah, I'd rather someone I know at the controls. If I get the promotion, it's a ton more money, but on occasion I have to fly.
Well, trust me. We're going to start you off at 12,000 feet. Most commercial ones fly at 35,000, and we have good weather.
Okay.
Trust me, you're going to love this.
Exterior desert, afternoon. Wide shot showing the expanse of the desert landscape.
And in other news, the search continues for wanted fugitive Jory Kavanaugh, who escaped a week ago from a prison transport van that was taking him to the death row unit at the Paxton Correctional Facility. It was believed Kavanaugh's girlfriend, Charlotte Talbot, 32, and Kavanaugh's son Harley, 17, aided in his escape in what authorities described as an ambush that killed 2 security agents. Talbot herself was on parole in the beating and robbery of a couple in a restaurant parking lot over in Hager City. Harley was reported to have escaped from the Johnson boys' home, aided by a woman who matches the description of Miss Talbot. Authorities are saying there's also a possibility that Kavanaugh's former cellmate, Travis Whitten, might be involved in the ambush as well. Whitten escaped from the Paxton facility months before and was serving a 20-year sentence for several armed robberies throughout the county. Kavanaugh was sentenced to death by lethal injection for the workplace shooting of his supervisor, Jerry Perales, and 4 ex-co-workers at a furniture manufacturing warehouse in Huntersville. Kavanaugh was terminated weeks before the shooting for what employees who survived the massacre called several confrontations with management regarding multiple absences and tardiness. Both men are considered armed and extremely dangerous.
The report fades out as camera pans over to exterior abandoned trailer park, afternoon. Several rows of old, rusted-out trailers. Windows either broken out or covered by years of dust. A rusty old sign displaying Desert Oasis Trailer Park, established 1968, hangs from a post, barely hanging on by one last hinge, riddled with bullet holes and swaying in the wind. A dried-up, above-ground pool half full of dirt and tumbleweeds. Fire ants and scorpions scatter about. An abandoned clubhouse with cracked and dusty pull-handle vending machines going back to the 70s. Trash piles are scattered everywhere. A dusty old playground with a rusted swing set, a teeter-totter, and a basketball court with weeds growing out of cracks in the concrete. Old broken-down structures are scattered around the park. Several dust-covered vehicles sit side by side on the outer edge of the trailer park, like an old desert car dealership. One even has some semblance of a police car. Rats have made homes in them. Adults, all ages, sit quietly on old lawn furniture, watching kids, all ages, playing patty cake, throwing rocks, sitting on the dilapidated swing set. No emotions, just staring at the ground. Generators roar outside some of the trailers. Several gas cans lay around them. From inside one of the trailers, sounds of movement are heard. The faint sound of a TV comes from inside. 2 of the children are throwing rocks in some kind of a distance contest. One throws a rock and bing, it hits the side of a trailer. They freeze, as do the other kids. The adults run up to them and gather them. At the trailer, a door creaks open, echoing throughout the park. The kids and adults run inside their trailers and close their doors. Jory's friend and ex-prison mate, Travis, exits the trailer. Imposing figure, mid-30s, ragged clothes, bald, tattoos on his arms, full beard and mustache, carries a beer bottle, stretches and looks over the park, and pulls his zipper up. He sees people peering out their windows at him. Casually walks across the park. A handgun is attached to his belt. A woman, 30s, dressed in tattered clothing and limp hair, walks out of the same trailer. Arms crossed and head down, she walks silently across the park to a distant trailer.
I want it quiet out here. Supplies dispensed in a few hours. Until then, stay inside. Any one of you want to leave, go the fuck ahead and try. 30-mile walk through the desert full of snakes and spiders. If they don't get you, the heat will.
He pulls his gun from his belt and fires it into the air, then at the doorway of one of the trailers where a couple has been peering out. They quickly close their door.
Or we will.
Interior trailer, morning. Another one. Dusty and dirty with even more trash. An oscillating fan runs on the kitchen counter. Old furniture looking like something from the 70s. The TV, old boxy looking thing, vintage RCA, with the old channel dial and volume control knob. A clothes hanger for an antenna. The picture is snowy and rolls now and then. Sound is like an old radio show. Harley lays on a worn-out sofa watching the TV. Travis pounds on door, then enters.
Jory, where are you?
Keep it down, he's sleeping.
Where's your daddy?
He's sleeping.
Jory!
Don't make him
Oh,
mad.
don't be such a pussy. Even I wasn't afraid of my daddy.
Harley turns over and buries his head in the sofa. Travis lights up a cigarette. Jory enters the room, unkempt appearance, looks at the beer in Travis's hand.
Yeah, got another one of those.
Travis reaches into his back pocket and produces a beer bottle.
Anything on the radio?
Still looking for you. Good news is now they're not paying so much attention to me.
That don't seem right.
Hey, I escaped. You're an accomplice to murder on top of that.
Hey, Harley, get your ass up, boy.
Just let me sleep.
Get up now. Pigs need to be fed.
I'll do it later.
Jory goes to Harley, grabs him and pulls him off the sofa and drags him across the room to the front door. With his foot, shoves him out the door.
And talk to your daddy with respect.
Char enters from the back room. She too is unkempt, looking like she just got out of bed.
What's going on out here?
Boy wasn't respecting his daddy.
Maybe you don't know his daddy.
Well, that ain't your fucking call. Ain't even your kid, so let me handle this.
Right, sorry.
Travis heard they're still looking.
Figures.
Yes, sir. We managed to set up more roadblocks and a terrorist threat.
Can we go into town tonight? I'm getting so bored out
Are
here.
you kidding? Way too soon.
He's right. Gotta wait until this blows over a bit more.
It's a small town. They probably don't even pay attention to the news.
Sorry, babe. It's 30 miles, and if the truck breaks down or one person spots us, we're done.
Yeah, I get nervous when we send the boys on supply runs. That's risky enough.
Yeah, how are we on supplies?
We need another run. Folks here are hanging out around the storage room.
All right. Let's see what we all need, but keep a lock on that thing. Anybody who breaks in is locked up in the clubhouse or gets the pit. Then there are the rules, am I right?
What about heading to Mexico?
Yeah, we said we start planning it.
Let's wait a bit. Nobody knows we're here, and we run this here place.
True. Let's have some fun.
Exterior trailer park, morning. Harley's walking across the park carrying a bucket. Outside of another trailer is Fulton, 18, Travis's son, sitting there cleaning a revolver. Looks every bit like his father, but with hair.
Hey Harley, your dad gave it to you good, heard it all the way over here.
Shut up.
Oh, look who's a man now. I guess the boy's mom didn't reform you at all.
At least my mom wasn't no crack
You
whore.
shut your mouth or I'll kick your ass into the pit.
Fulton throws a couple of rocks at him. Harley keeps walking across the park, past the rows of rundown trailers. Residents peer out of their windows, looks of fear written all over their faces.
Pussy.
Interior clubhouse, day. Harley opens the door. The sunlight shines through dust hanging in the air. Windows are covered. Cobwebs abound and spiders move about the walls. Against one wall, two men are laying on two soiled mattresses, several chains wrapped around them and anchored to a wall. At the side of them are actual dog bowls, one dry and one with water in it. They're dirty, unshaven, and squint through the rare sunlight shining on them. Their clothes are some kind of grungy law enforcement uniform. Harley walks up with the bucket and pours some kind of strange mixture of cereal and rotted fruit into each of their bowls. Harley is showing signs of frustration from the Fulton encounter.
There you go, pigs. Eat up.
Interior San Diego restaurant, night. 2 plates of steak and seafood make their way to a table. Seated at the table are Mike and Robert.
Wow. Now that's a meal.
Glad you got your appetite back.
Glad I got my land legs back.
Told you it wasn't bad.
I'll admit, I had my eyes closed a few times.
Well, congratulations. You made it through the first step. Now we'll kick back tomorrow, tool around, and head east on Thursday.
Sounds good to me.
And you're sure of the promotion?
Mr. Hanna said it's just about done. They just need to clear up some paperwork and get a replacement for me. Then once it happens, I know I have to fly up to the Portland office for training, and then maybe a few times a year for meetings.
And more money, you said.
Oh yeah, enough to get me to fly. I can start living a little more comfortably.
Robert raises his glass.
Well, here's to dual accomplishments.
Thanks again for this.
Hey, what are friends for? It's a vacation for me, too. Oh, and by the way, you pay for dinner.
Deal.
Exterior San Diego area, day. The next day, montage of Mike and Robert tour around taking in the sights of the city. As evening approaches, the sun sets over the Pacific Ocean. Exterior trailer park, night. Generators hum. A few lights in the windows of some of the trailers. A resident, Buford, 70, sneaks through the grounds of the park, comes up to an abandoned building and tries to look in some boarded up windows. Moves to a door secured by a combination lock. Goes back to one of the windows and, taking a screwdriver from his pocket, attempts to pry the window open. Hears footsteps behind him. It's Fulton, with a handgun pointed right at him.
Don't move, Buford. I got you this time.
Just needed some water.
I don't care what you needed. Y'all know the rules. Now come with me.
A moment later, Buford is standing there, hands in the air and trembling with fear, as Fulton, Travis, and Jory all have guns trained on him.
We told all you folks to stay away from the storage. We'll decide when to give out supplies.
Pulls a police badge from his shirt pocket. Some black fabric dangles from it.
We are the law and order here. What do we do with them?
The pit.
No, please.
Grab them.
Fulton does. Buford continues to plead as they walk out into the desert just beyond the park. They stop. Jory moves a flat metallic cover showing a hole in the ground.
I just wanted some food. My wife can't walk, for God's sake.
You're hereby sentenced to 2 days in the pit.
You can keep the others company.
Jory shines a light into the pit, a scattered mess of decaying bodies.
God, no! No, this is insane!
Going down.
Fulton pushes him in. Screams from Buford continue as he falls, and then a thump. Jory moves the cover back over the hole as Buford's pleas become more and more faint. Then silence. Exterior trailer park, morning. Another sunrise illuminates the area. The roar of the generator is heard. Interior trailer, morning. Harley is seated on the sofa, a nervous look on his face. In a corner of the room sits the TV playing some old sitcom. The picture is a little out of focus. A knock on the door, then it opens. It's Travis.
Where's your daddy?
Harley points down the hallway.
Jory, you up yet?
Jory enters, looking hungover.
Yeah, I hear you.
I got my list and the others.
Me too.
Exterior trailer park, morning. Kids play around the park. Parents sit in their doorways, watching. Distraught, lost, emotionless looks on their faces. Another one of the adults is at an old-fashioned water pump, filling buckets with brown-colored water. In the cluster of dusty cars, Fulton and Harley walk up to a 3/4-ton pickup with a shell on it. Following behind them are Travis and Jory. Exterior, another trailer, morning. Char walks up to it and forces the door open. Interior trailer, morning. Sitting on a worn-out sofa are a couple and their child, Leona, 7, hanging onto her mother.
Come on, kid, we need you to come with us.
Please, not again.
Again. And come here.
Mommy, don't let them take me. Please don't put her through this again.
No, or a bullet goes through you.
Exterior trailer park, morning.
Now, just like last time, keep your heads on a swivel. Keep low key, and if anyone gives you a second look, get the fuck out of there.
Got it.
And you know which areas to hit.
Yeah.
Harley says nothing, just nods. Char and Leona are approaching, Leona trying not to walk too fast and Char growing impatient. Leona clutches a disheveled doll.
The kid is going with you just like last time. Remember, people probably won't give you a second look with a kid attached to you, but don't put her in harm's way, got it?
No sweat.
And take these as insurance. Don't hesitate to use them if push comes to shove.
Leona wants to cry, but knows better. Just whimpers. Char grabs the doll from her and throws it away.
You won't be needing that.
Leona starts to whimper.
Oh, be quiet, jeez, you're beyond help.
Enough.
Here, you take the little brat.
Fulton takes the guns. Harley holds Leona at his side. Char takes out a wad of cash from the mini-mart robbery.
Use this and try to get more. Like I said before, cash won't attract attention.
And be back before sunset.
Interior hotel room, morning. Standard room, 2 queen-size beds. Mike awakens in his bed, rolls over, and sees Robert fully dressed on his laptop and a cup of in-room coffee.
Hey,
How long have you been up?
a few hours.
Oh shit.
He slowly rises up.
You checking the stock market?
No, actually, the weather reports. Something us pilots have to do.
Are we good?
Actually, there's an early monsoon predicted for part of our flight path.
Meaning...
Change the route. May take a little longer, but we'll avoid the storm. I'll check with the control center when we get to the airport.
Exterior, desert town, day. A welcome sign at the end of town. Welcome to Oasis Junction, paradise found. Palm trees line the streets along with many large cacti. Several small 1950s-style motels, mini-marts, fast food establishments, mom-and-pop stores, and hole-in-the-wall restaurants line the main street. A lot of traffic. Vehicles with out-of-state plates moves through town. A beat-up pickup truck rumbles past the town welcome sign. Interior truck, day. Fulton is the driver. Harley rides shotgun, and Leona sits between them, just staring straight ahead, barely blinking. Both guys look around the town.
Any cops?
Not on this side. How's our gas?
Less than 4th. We need to stop. Let's get that first. Leona, you ready to play pretend?
Leona says nothing, an innocent look on her face.
Are you?
Yeah? Yes.
Harley carefully takes her hand. Leona calms down. Exterior gas station, day. Truck pulls up to a pump. Sits there.
What do we do now?
We wait for a target. Right there.
A car pulls up to a pump across from them. The driver gets out and starts filling up. A couple, late 60s in the car, containing many suitcases. The man finishes filling up and goes to the driver's side and looks over to see Fulton get out of the truck and start kicking it in a fit of rage.
Hey, are you okay?
Fulton acknowledges with a sarcastic wave.
Hold on. I see an opportunity for spare cash.
The man waves to his wife in the car to hold on. Fulton leans into the truck and says a few things to Harley and Leona. He then moves over to the guy. Harley and Leona exit the truck.
Is there a problem, son?
Yes, sir. My vehicle there kind of died when we started to leave.
On the other side of the car, Harley and Leona approach the lady, who instantly notices Leona.
Well, hi, sweetie. What's your name? Leona? Well, isn't that a pretty name? How old are you, Leona?
Leona keeps her head down.
Tell her.
I'm 7. Your little sister?
Yeah, she is.
Fulton and the man go over to the front of the truck and pop the hood. It creaks open like a coffin. Fulton notices a wallet sticking out of the old man's windbreaker.
Damn, last time I saw an engine like this, I was a lot younger.
Yes, sir. You can see why I've had problems with it.
Well, let me just check out a few things.
Fulton motions to Harley to keep going.
Do you have kids? Why, yes, we have 4, but they're all grown up now and have kids of their own. As a matter of fact, I have a granddaughter just about your age.
Leona gives off a little smile.
See anything?
I just need to see if I can giggle the distributor wire down here.
He reaches down. Fulton grabs him as if to help keep him steady. Very quickly removes his wallet and pockets it.
Let me help you, sir. Got it?
Yeah, think so. Try it now.
Fulton gets in, turns it, and it starts up, of course. Gives the man a thumbs up.
You're amazing.
Well, I figured it was either the battery, plugs, or that. Too bad they don't make them like that anymore.
Yes, sir. What do I owe you?
Oh, nothing. Happy to help out a fellow traveler.
You're more than kind.
What I do is get this to a nearby garage and have them look it over. Wouldn't want to be stranded on the road now.
No, sir. And thanks again. Come on, guys. We gotta get going.
Oh, remember what I said.
Yes, sir. You have a safe trip now.
You too, son.
Leona waves goodbye to the lady. The couple pulls out onto the road, waving back as they drive off. Fulton takes the man's wallet from his pocket and starts an inventory. A smile comes to his face.
Check it out. It must be going to Vegas or something.
Couldn't we leave a little for them?
No. Finders keepers. There's plenty of cash here and credit cards. So you guys turn the wallet over to the clerk inside. The guy's bound to come back. Char was right. People like us with credit cards just ain't gonna look right. First, you guys go return the wallet, and I'll go in next and pay for the gas.
Exterior airport day. A clear day. Interior plane day. Mike is seated in Robert's Cessna, talking to himself.
One more step. One more step.
Robert walks up to the plane carrying several sheets of paper.
Are you ready?
What did they say?
There is a storm developing over southern Arizona, so we are going to be up there an additional half hour to 45 on the alternate route.
Uh-oh.
You'll be fine. Just remember, a few days ago, right?
Right.
Okay then.
Robert puts on his headphones, starts talking into his mic to control tower. Mike starts his breathing exercises. Desert town, day. Montage, various. Interior grocery store, day. Fulton, Harley, and Leona get supplies. Attract some stares from the other shoppers. Try not to make eye contact. Interior auto supply store, day. Fulton purchases supplies. Exterior hamburger stand, day. The three sit in the truck, eating their burgers, fries, and onion rings. Leona, still upset, just nibbles at hers. The shell of the truck is loaded up with supplies they have gathered.
How much do we have left?
A couple hundred.
You gonna give the rest to your dad?
Fuck no. Hiding it. My Mexico money. You know, dinero.
He finds out, he's gonna whoop you.
He finds out it means someone opened their big mouth, if you know what I mean.
Ain't gonna be me.
You like that?
Leona doesn't look at him.
Won't eat the damn thing. Ain't gonna bite you back.
A few cars down from them are a bunch of local kids, 16 to 19, hanging out. They're looking at the three of them in their vehicle, pointing and laughing.
Fulton, look over there.
Fulton looks, stares them down for a bit. They continue to laugh and point.
Hey, you there! Where'd you get that truck, the local dump?
Just ignore them.
Fucking white trash! We don't need guys like you around here.
Interior trailer, day. Jory and Travis are seated on the tattered sofa, watching the little TV. On the snowy screen, a reality law enforcement show comes on. American Law Enforcement. A montage of scenes in the introduction. Police taking down suspects, using their taser guns, handcuffing suspects, car chases. Jory and Travis look angered by what they see.
Man, can't you change the channel?
This ain't a remote TV.
They continue to watch and their anger grows. On the screen, several cops, several police cars, corner a couple suspects, guns drawn on them.
Like the saying goes, you can run, but you can't hide.
Jory jumps to his feet,
Fuck it.
turns the TV off, tries to catch his breath, and lights up a cigarette. Begins nervously pacing.
You mad, huh?
Fuck yeah.
Ready to go hunting?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Exterior trailer park, day. Travis and Jory exit their vehicle, carrying rifles and handguns on their belts. Char is outside, cleaning, doing some kind of washboard laundry.
We're going hunting, babe.
Now?
Right now. Go get the keys and unlock them.
Char hurries off. Travis and Jory start loading their guns. Interior Cessna plane, day. Robert at controls. Mike seems a bit more relaxed now, looking down at the desert scenery.
Look over there.
Where?
Over there at those foothills.
Is that the storm?
Those are the monsoon thunderheads forming just south of here.
I have to get some pictures of this.
Reaches back into one of his bags, gets out a digital camera, and starts shooting. Robert looks assured his friend is finally relaxed. Exterior hamburger stand, day. Fulton makes sure everybody is ready to go. Starts the truck and starts to back up. A car pulls up behind them, blocking their way. It's the local kids from before. Fulton honks the horn. The kids in the car laugh. The one from before exits from the driver's side. Fulton sticks his head out of the window.
Could you please move?
The kids laugh again.
What's happening? I'm scared.
It's okay, nothing's gonna happen.
He reaches for the handgun under his seat.
I'll ask you only one more time. Please move your vehicle.
Why you make us?
What do we do?
Just hold on. Be cool.
Leona places her hands over her eyes. Harley looks in his rearview mirror and sees the other kids exiting the vehicle. The driver approaches Fulton while taking the last swig from a beer bottle. Fulton is as steady as a rock as he takes out a cigarette and lights it. Harley rolls his window up and tells Leona to get behind his seat. The driver comes up to Fulton's window.
What are you guys doing here?
Just kicking back for a bit.
Didn't I see you here a few weeks ago panhandling at the 7-Eleven?
Wasn't us.
Well, we don't want homeless people in our neighborhood.
We're not homeless, dick brain.
The other kids are tapping at Harley's window, taunting him.
So, you gonna leave?
You're drunk, man. Why don't you go bother someone else?
Whoa, check this guy out. Go ahead, man, kick his ass.
The kid breaks his beer bottle on Fulton's door, reaches in and grabs Fulton by the shirt. Fulton places the lit end of the cigarette on the guy's arm. He screams in pain as Fulton flings the door open, wham, striking him with it, and sending him to the ground. One of his friends runs around from Harley's side to help. Leona is screaming, covering her ears. Harley throws open his door, pointing his handgun at the other two, his eyes wide open with fear, his hands shaking. They stop in their tracks. Fulton walks over to the guy who's getting to his feet and whack, nails him with a flying front kick to the face. He falls back to the ground and a stream of blood goes skyward from his nose. His friend tries to come up behind Fulton, who turns and clocks the guy in the face with one strike, then several punches in the stomach, sending the other guy to the ground in a fetal position. Fulton turns his attention to several locals fleeing the parking lot, and then to Harley, who still has his gun trained on the other two.
Harley, fuck them, we're out of here.
They scurry back into the truck. Fulton is cursing to himself. He starts up the truck and drives off. Interior, hamburger stand, day. A few employees and customers peek out windows to see what's going on.
Someone call the police!
Exterior, trailer park, day. The two law enforcement men come out of the clubhouse, escorted by Mel, their arms tied down with chains. They both squint as the sun hits their eyes. Dirtied with matted hair, they look physically and emotionally exhausted. They are marched past the other residents of the park, who just stare at them. Jory and Travis stand at one end of the park, loaded down with weapons. The two men come up to them and stop, heads hanging. Char removes their chains.
Okay, guys, here's the thing. You've been sentenced to a hunt. It would be very easy just to shoot you right here and hang you from some rafters, but we decided to give you a chance. Kind of a parole hearing.
We're the hunters, and you're the hunted. In other words, we're the good guys, and you're the bad guys. There's a town about 30 miles from here, and the interstate is about 15 miles. You can make it to either one of those, and you have a chance.
You don't, and it's death by firing squad.
Unlike you guys, we're going to give you a head start. An actual chance to escape. So, think about what you're doing out there. Watch out for the rattlers. They don't like cops either.
Jory chuckles. The two guys just stand there, heads down and shaking.
Well, you heard him. Go!
They both fire at the feet of the officers, who stumble, then run quickly away.
They don't have a chance.
Oh, the desert will get them before we do. Let them suffer. We'll have a few minutes.
Right.
Interior, Cessna plane, day. The plane is being slightly rocked.
Is this what they call turbulence?
It's a desert updraft. It's how some monsoons start.
Are we okay?
Yeah, we're fine.
He looks at his radar.
The big stuff is still south of us. One thing to take your mind off flying is to have a dialogue with whoever is around you.
And that's you?
That is me.
So what do we talk about now?
How about how amazing it is you ended up in finance? Remember how in Mr. Buchanan's geometry class you copied off my tests?
Remember how I paid you $1 to keep your tests at the edge of your desk?
Well, looking back, I should have charged you $5.
That's why you're not in finance.
Funny.
Mike looks out the window and sees some stacked thunderheads off to one side. The plane is suddenly slammed by a crosswind, causing Robert to curse and struggle for control. A few bolts of lightning appear from the clouds. The instrument panel flickers.
Now what the hell was that?
Must have been an electrical discharge from the thunderhead. I think we're okay.
You think?
The plane starts to descend on its own. Robert starts pulling the steering column up. Mike sees him struggling.
Now what?
I might have lost my vertical stabilizer.
English, please.
I can't control the up and down movement. Must have been the wind blast.
Meaning?
I have to set down.
Does that mean we crash?
No, I can slow the engine and just coast down. We're okay. We're just going to be a glider for a bit.
The electrical flickers and goes out. Robert tries the radio. Nothing.
Anything I can do?
Get the map.
Mike does. Right below Robert sees a town and looks at the map.
That's a town called Oasis Junction, right down there.
Great. Can we land there?
I can't turn the plane. If I try, she could roll over. I'm gonna go straight and land in a desert. Hold on. I'm going to a slight dive to get us down.
Exterior trailer park day. Jory and Travis are walking out of the park into the desert, guns at the ready.
Come out, wherever you are.
Yeah, piggy. Let's have some fun.
Exterior dirt road day. The truck comes speeding down the road. At the wheel, a very apprehensive Fulton. Interior truck day.
See anything?
No, man, just relax. I'm sure we got out in plenty of time.
In the back, Leona is in a fetal position, eyes closed tight.
Alright. Everything's fine.
Harley hands him a water bottle. Fulton dumps it on himself, tries to catch his breath. Harley sees a plane coming into view off to the side.
Look over there.
Fulton sees the plane too.
Fuck.
Cops?
I don't know, but we better hurry back and let them know.
Interior Cessna plane day. Robert keeps his hand on the wheel and starts to cut power to the engine. A breeze is the only sound heard.
We're okay, just need to land right over there.
Mike's knuckles are white as he holds on.
Steady. Almost there. When I say now, pull back that lever with the black handle. That's the speed brake. Just gotta clear those cacti.
Ground gets closer and closer. Boom! Plane hits the desert floor.
Now!
Mike pulls back on the lever. Plane bounces around, shaking the guys inside, then comes to a complete stop just short of a huge saguaro cactus. Mike looks like he's ready to throw up.
Told ya. Just catch your breath for a minute and have some water.
Oh my god.
Exterior desert day. The two officers are holding each other up as they try to get away. Travis and Jory can see them in the distance.
When do we shoot?
Let them go on a bit longer.
The two officers temporarily disappear, running into some chaparral. Jory and Travis stop for a water break.
Uh-oh. Lost them in some brush.
They probably stopped running. Now they're probably hiding. They ain't going nowhere. They always head in the same direction.
At the plane, Robert is looking at a map. Mike tries his iPhone. A pile of items from the plane are on the ground. Gym bags, water bottles, granola bars, and a survival pack.
Nothing.
According to the map, we're about 27 miles from the town and 15 from the interstate.
Do we walk?
I don't see any other way.
Any chance the plane can start again?
The electrical is shot. Even if we did, there's no guarantee it wouldn't kick out again.
Oh, jeez.
If we head in that direction to the interstate, we're about 2 days' walk, maybe less. We got water and stuff to eat. Maybe we'll run into some off-roaders or something.
Never thought I'd say this, but I actually wish I was up in the air.
See? Maybe this was meant to be. Let's get our stuff together.
The two officers emerge from the chaparral, bloodied and sweating. They stop for a moment, look behind them, and see nobody. Up ahead in the distance, they see a plane sitting there. They look at each other, and with all their strength, they hobble as fast as they can. At the plane, Mike and Robert gathering everything together, testing how much each can carry. Mike is distracted by something moving towards them in the distance.
Hey, look over there.
Where?
Over there. I think someone's out there.
Hey, you're right. Hey, over here!
One of the officers motions for him to be quiet.
What?
They get closer.
I think they're hurt. Look at them.
I think you're right.
The officers are getting closer and then collapse to the ground. Mike and Robert run over to them.
You guys okay?
Neither of them can talk.
Were you in an accident?
One of them tries to talk but can't form words.
They're dehydrated. Let's get them over to the plane.
They each take one of the officers and hold them up. Start back to the plane. Once there, they lay them on the ground.
Get them some water.
Robert gets 2 water bottles from a pack. The officers chug it down in 3 gulps.
What happened? Were you in an accident?
You gotta get us out of here.
Is something after you? What happened?
I don't like the looks of this.
They're coming.
Who is?
The guys, they're armed.
What guys?
Get us out of here. We need to go.
Mike and Robert look at each, trying to make sense of it. No sooner, a shot rings out from the distance and strikes the plane. Then another.
What the hell?
They see 2 heavily armed men running up a few hundred yards away.
Jesus Christ! Get them in the plane!
They all scurry in the plane, now being pelted by even more bullets. At the last second, Robert grabs the survival pack. Interior, plain, day. Everybody ducks down.
Fuck, we're trapped!
There's a flare gun and road flares in there. We might be able to use them.
The plane is still taking fire. The engine, the wings, and the tires. The windows start to shatter. Robert covers his head with the pack. Then it stops.
Y'all better get your asses out here right now.
They all look at each other. Then another shot goes off.
Next time we aim at the fuel tank.
Slowly, the door opens. Everybody comes out, hands raised.
Well, look at what we got here. 2 more pigs.
You guys are cops, ain't you? Come to rescue your friends here?
We're not cops.
Well, then what are you?
Look, we're just taking a trip to New Mexico.
And you decided to land here.
No!
Likely story.
No, it's true. We had electrical problems and had to land.
Boy, this gets better every minute. Well, looks like your plane ain't gonna work no-how. At least not now.
Jory laughs and keeps his guns on them.
Let's just shoot them.
Hold it. You two, show me your wallets now and your phones. Slowly.
What are you doing?
I got an idea. Now toss them over here and get on your knees. Hands up.
Mike and Robert comply, toss their wallets and phones. The officers stand still, heads down. Travis fires at both phones, disabling them, picks up the wallets and starts going through them. Cash, credit cards, the works.
Where are your badges?
We told you we're not cops. We're just on a trip.
Guns?
We don't have any. Check the plane.
Travis whispers into Jory's ear, looks back at Mike and Robert, who are breathing nervously. Jory runs over to the plane and jumps in. Travis waits, keeps his gun aimed at his hostages.
It's clear.
Okay, you two, in the plane now.
What are you gonna do with them?
I think y'all need to think about what we're gonna do to you.
Jory comes out of the plane with a survival pack, looks inside, holds up the flare gun. The 2 officers climb into the plane, say nothing.
I got an idea.
Travis nods, smiles at Mike and Robert. Gunfire erupts from the plane. Jory exits and closes the door. Travis laughs and cheers. Mike and Robert are now trembling with fear, head down, eyes closed tightly. Jory takes the flare gun, loads a cartridge, aims it at the plane, and fires right into the cabin. Boom, boom. It explodes. Jory looks at Travis as if to say, that's it.
Justice is served.
I think we got 2 new openings in our guest house.
A trembling Mike and Robert drop their heads. Terror and agony are written all over their faces.
Now, you two, gather your bags. You're coming with us.
They don't move, still paralyzed with fear. Travis kicks Mike in the face. Robert tries to react, but is stopped by Jory, who walks up and places a gun right in his eyeball.
Go ahead, hero.
A few moments later, Mike and Robert walk the desert, carrying their bags. They're in a catatonic state. Jory and Travis walk behind them, guns at the ready. A few hundred yards ahead is the trailer park. The truck with Fulton, Travis, and Leona comes speeding into the park at the same time as the new captives arrive. As they enter the park, Char comes out of a trailer. The residents are peeking out of their windows and doorways. Fulton stops the truck and jumps out, runs towards Travis. Leona jumps out and runs across the park, screaming for her parents.
These the ones from the plane?
You saw it?
Yeah, I hurried back to warn you.
What's going on?
You get the supplies?
Yeah, no sweat. Who are these guys?
Might be cops.
Might be. What about the other 2?
We hunted them down, their history.
You guys, take these 2 and tie them down in the chamber. Jory here has an idea what to do with them.
Fulton pulls his gun and pushes Robert forward. Char does the same to Mike. Both men are a shell of their former selves.
Harley, go get Beaufort out of the pit.
Interior clubhouse, day. The same one that held the 2 officers. Sunlight floods in through the dust that thickens the air. Mike and Robert are repelled by the smell. Both are shoved through the doorway.
Get the fuck in there. Drop them bags, sit on the mattresses, backs against the wall, hand in the air, and don't say a fucking word.
Char readies the chains. Mike and Robert sit on the mattresses, taking a visual inventory of their new surroundings. Char starts wrapping Robert's torso in the chains, then locks them into a hitch on the wall. Same is done to Mike. Both men wince in pain. Char finishes up.
You got water in the bowls next to you. Don't even think about escaping.
Let's go.
Both leave and slam the door behind them. A few light beams come through the outer edges of the blocked-off windows. All that is heard now is both men trying to catch their breath. They sweat profusely and are pale white.
What the hell is this?
I don't know. I'm about to puke.
Who are those guys?
We walked into something really bad here. Let me just get my thoughts together.
The door opens. Standing there is Harley and Char. With them is Buford. Dirty and in shock, he stands there, trembling.
Got you boys some company here. Harley, chain him to that other wall.
Harley chains his leg to a wall opposite of the other two. Char and Harley exit. The door is slammed shut, followed by the sound of a lock clicking shut. Interior trailer, day. Jory and Travis are going through Robert's and Mike's bags. Char is going through their wallets, looks at their driver's licenses.
Michael Taylor and Robert Carpenter are their names from California.
How much cash they got?
About 310 combined?
Credit cards?
Oh yeah.
Now, before we kill these two, why don't you tell me this plan of yours I've been waiting to hear about?
Look, these guys ain't cops, that's obvious.
What if they called somebody before they landed?
Fuck me, I didn't think of that. Should have checked the phones before we put bolts in them.
We're out here in Nowhereville. We couldn't get a signal, no how. And you want to tell me this plan?
The plan is to use these guys for supplies. When we run low, we use one of them, go to the town, use their credit cards, and nobody's the wiser. We just change them into these clean clothes of theirs. It'll take months before the banks get wind of this. The guy I knew in the pen told me about this.
What about when they do get wind of this? When they see they haven't been paid in months and stop the cards?
We use them one day, get all the shot we can get, then they're no more use to us. We head off to Mexico, and as for them, firing squad!
I hope Hector will be ready for us. Can't stay here forever.
Don't worry, he will. One more trip for cash, and we just need to get in touch with Hector and his gang.
Exterior desert town, day. A couple of sheriff's cars and an ambulance in the parking lot of the burger stand. Paramedics attend to the two boys beaten by Fulton. Witnesses give their statements to deputies. A sergeant is talking to a deputy in his car.
Same descriptions?
Exact same. Two males, Caucasian, late teens, driving an early 80s half-ton truck. One witness said he saw a young girl in the back of the truck. We believe they're the same one spotted here about a month ago when that mini-mart over on Grand got looted. We're trying to get any surveillance tape available.
License?
Nobody saw any plates. Truck was last seen heading east. Blew a signal at Indian Scout Road, almost caused a multi-car accident.
How many other agencies have been reported?
Everything 500 miles in each direction, all the way east to Tecoma County.
Good. Keep me posted.
Interior clubhouse, day. The makeshift prison. The guys can barely see Buford on the floor directly across the room from them.
You, over there. You alright?
They hear whimpering from Buford.
Hey, it's okay. We just want to know what this is, what's going on.
Hell on earth, that's what's going on.
Alright, slow down. I'm Robert, and the guy next to me is Mike. What's your name?
My name is Buford Moser.
Okay, Buford. We're not the enemy here. Did they rob you too?
In a way, I live here.
You live here in the park?
Me, the wife, and a bunch of other folks. We just fell in hard times and came out here where nobody would bother us. Oh God, we were wrong.
Who are these guys with the guns?
You don't know?
No?
Ever hear of Jory Kavanagh? Travis Whitten?
Yeah, heard of them on the radio. The escaped prisoners? Do you mean...
Yep. You just met them up close.
Oh my God.
Came in here a while back. 3 of them just came in and pulled their guns out and took over. Turned our peaceful existence into an armed prison camp. Flat out killed a few folks that resisted.
Nobody went to the cops?
Nobody gets out of here. Took all our car keys. Can't walk out of here. Civilization is too far away.
How do you exist?
Just mind your business. They control everything. Food, water, you name it.
Got to be a way out of here.
Good luck in finding it. You do let me know, and you can take me and the missus with you.
You have a wife?
Back in our trailer. Not doing well.
Jeez, these guys are insane. We saw them blow 2 guys away out in the desert. Why didn't they just kill everyone here?
I don't know. Guess they needed folks they could control, you know, use fear, turn the tables. After they got here, they started hunting the side roads, going out and stopping folks' cars at gunpoint and bringing them here, to their own prison camp. We're all prisoners here.
Exterior trailer park, night. Fulton and Harley are loading supplies into a building. Shut and lock the door. Begin to walk around the park with flashlights shining them in people's windows like an amateur security patrol. Interior trailer, night. Jory, Travis, and Char are sitting around smoking and drinking. Cigarette smoke hangs a foot off the ceiling.
You sure it'll work?
I don't see how it can't. Get a few more supplies and get some more cash. I figure about 3 vehicles will take, so we'll need them gas cans filled too. Hector and his boys are gonna want payment when they get us across.
Okay, but I go.
You crazy? Someone might recognize you.
Can't have Harley going again. He's too damn squirrely.
Hey, don't talk that way about my boy.
I'm just saying, he and Fulton can handle it. Hell, I taught him everything.
Yeah, like she said, what if you're spotted?
Hat, sunglasses, and I stay in the vehicle. Fulton can handle that guy.
All right, you go. Speaking of vehicles, you can't take the truck again. Somebody's bound to recognize it.
We got an F-250 truck in the salvage area.
All right, go see if it's good to go.
Char goes over to a kitchen drawer, starts going through dozens of sets of keys. Fulton and Harley enter.
You got a problem?
What?
It's Edna.
She needs help, badly.
Well, let's go help her.
Interior clubhouse, night. Buford lays on the floor, emotionless. Mike and Robert try to manipulate their chains, trying to see if they can somehow get out of them. There's a sound at the door, then it flies open. It's Char and Harley carrying flashlights. Harley has another bucket of rotted fruit and cereal. Char walks over to Buford and unlocks his chain.
What's going on?
Come on, Buford. We got a funeral to go to.
Buford looks her in the eye, confused. Then it hits home. He begins to cry out in protest. Char puts a gun to his head.
Come on, Buford. We don't want 2 funerals. No, calm down.
What the fuck are you doing?
She calmly turns and fires a shot over Robert's head.
Shut up, or you'll join them. Harley, take Buford to the pit.
Harley drops the food bucket between Robert and Mike, takes a now hysterical Buford outside.
You 2, get some rest. One of you is going on a road trip tomorrow.
What are you talking about?
She slams the door and locks it.
What the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
Robert, cursing, continues to work on his chains. Exterior trailer park, night. Buford is standing next to the pit, still whimpering. Char stands next to him, still holding a gun. Travis and Fulton approach, carrying what looks like a body wrapped in a blanket. They toss it into the pit. Buford can't watch. Char looks at Travis, who nods.
Buford, I know it's tough, and we don't want you to be alone.
She raises her gun to Buford's head. Bang! One shot, and Buford falls straight into the pit. Behind a trailer, Harley is seated on the ground, curled up and shaking like a leaf. Interior clubhouse, night. Robert and Mike react to the shot. Both scared and frustrated, they continue to try to work on the chains. Robert closes his eyes and bangs his head against the wall. Reluctantly, reaches for the bowl of water and places it to his mouth. Recoils at the taste, but keeps drinking. Mike is now passed out. Exterior trailer park, morning. Another sunrise over the park. Interior clubhouse, morning. Mike and Robert are startled awake by Travis, Jory, and Char entering, armed as always. Travis drinks a beer.
So guys, which one?
Huh?
Don't think he understood yet.
Which one of you wants to go on a road trip?
Mike and Robert look at each other.
Got a couple of non-English speakers here. I'll tell you what, we're gonna play spin the bottle.
Places his beer bottle down and spins it. It stops just past Robert.
Okay then, you get the honors. Gotta get you cleaned up first.
Fires his gun, shattering the bottle. A few of the fragments hit Robert and Mike, cutting them. Char goes over and starts unlocking Robert's chains. Jory grabs him, puts the gun to his head, and shoves him out the door.
Please, don't do this. We'll give you anything you need.
I know you will. You just stay there and don't even breathe loud.
The door is slammed shut and locked. Mike is a broken heap of a man now. Lays back down, covers his eyes. His heart beats through his shirt. Rats eat out of his food bowl, and spiders scurry all around the dust-covered walls. Exterior trailer park, morning. Robert exits Jory's trailer, a little cleaned up and wearing a change of clothes from his bag, followed by Travis and Fulton. Travis is wearing a faded cowboy hat and sunglasses. His whiskers are cut a little closer than before. Char and Jory wait by the King Cab truck, the vehicle for today. Harley stands by the door, watching. People from the park stand silently, watching from their windows and doorways.
Got all those credit cards?
Yep, got them all.
Now, do you know exactly what you're going to do?
Yeah.
Good. Your life and the life of your friend is in your hands. You can try to signal the police or anyone else. My boy Travis here will put a bullet in your brain.
He's plenty scared. Look at him.
Well, let's get moving.
They get in the truck. Travis places Robert in the back seat, forces him to lie down. They drive off. Interior clubhouse, morning. Mike hears the vehicle drive away. A few beams of light show through the outer edges of the windows. He pulls at the chains wrapped around his torso and attached to the wall, catches his breath, and tries again. This time, a little chunk of concrete comes out of the wall, surrounding a metal plate. He stops and thinks for a second. Exterior desert town, morning. The truck pulls into town. At the wheel is Fulton. Travis is wearing a cowboy hat and sunglasses. Robert lays down in the back seat, unaware of exactly where they are. Both Fulton and Travis keep their heads on a swivel. Drive past Oasis Junction post office. Close up, on a glass-covered bulletin board. On the board are wanted posters with Jory's and Travis's pictures on them. Series of shots. The three guys going all over town. Liquor store, gas station, drugstore. Robert paying with credit cards. Fulton on his hip. At a payphone, Travis on the phone. Tries to keep his face hidden as people walk by.
Listen, Hector. We'll be heading your way shortly. I don't know, a few days at most. There are at least 3 towns on the way, so we'll make contact again with you from one of them. And we'll arrange a meeting place.
Later, still driving through town.
Over there, that bank. You, sit up.
Give him the other hat and glasses, you know. Cameras.
Right.
They pull in front of the ATM. Fulton gets out, as does Robert, who wears a baseball cap and sunglasses. Fulton looks around, then accompanies Robert to the ATM.
Now keep your head down. Camera's right above the sign there.
Robert puts in his card, punches a few buttons, and a batch of $20 bills are dispensed. In the car, Travis sits and waits, looks ahead and at the rearview mirrors for police. Takes his hat and sunglasses off, rubs the sweat from his head and rubs his eyes, looks ahead to a street corner. A few civilians are standing on the corner just ahead of the vehicle. A few of them look directly at Travis and quickly look away. They walk hurriedly across the street. One of them pulls out an iPhone and looks back again at Travis.
Fuck! We gotta move, now!
Fulton pockets the money and takes Robert by the arm back to the truck, pushes him into the back seat.
Cops.
Worse, someone eyeballed me. We gotta get the fuck out of here. They're calling the damn cops, I know it.
Jesus Christ, put the hat and glasses back on.
Fuck me!
Fulton sees the group of people across the street, jumps in the driver's side,
Hold on.
speeds away from the curb.
Head down a side street, this one.
Exterior residential street, afternoon. The vehicle comes slowly around a corner. Travis and Fulton look around, carefully. Travis pulls his handgun from his belt, places it between his legs. Fulton does the same.
Steady. Gotta find another way out.
Hold on, I'm thinking.
Suddenly, they see in the rearview mirrors a police car turn the same corner.
Fuck me. What do we do now?
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Interior police car, afternoon. An officer gets on his mic.
This is Unit D787 to Central, code 1154 in the 700 block of Bluffside Drive. Vehicle matches description of one reported in front of bank. No plates, requesting additional units.
Roger that, 787, sending additional units.
10-4 Central will hold present position in unit until additional arrive. Occupants possibly wanted fugitives per civilian description.
787, 10-4.
Police car's red and blue lights come on.
He spotted us.
Okay, cooler heads here. Just pull over and we'll see what he does. You just stay the hell still.
Fulton pulls the vehicle off to the side, sees several children playing on the sidewalks or in their front yards. Fathers work on cars in the driveways. The police car pulls up directly behind Fulton. Officer turns on the loudspeaker.
Driver, turn off your vehicle now. Passenger seat and driver, both hands out the window now.
Fulton reaches to turn off the engine. Travis grabs his hand.
Don't do it.
Driver, shut off the engine. This is your last warning.
The sound of several other police sirens are approaching the area off screen. Travis and Fulton produce their handguns.
What's going on?
Shut the fuck up.
The patrol officer steps out from his car and draws his weapon.
Let me see your hands.
Travis throws open the passenger side door, steps out and unloads his gun at the officer, blows him away. The kids in the area flee back into their homes, screaming in fear. In the distance, Travis sees police cars racing down the street behind them. Jumps back in.
Go!
Fulton accelerates and smoke rises from the tires. The truck speeds down the street with Fulton and Travis looking for an escape. A police car approaches directly in front of them.
Fuck!
Keep going.
Travis leans out the window and fires several shots at the approaching vehicle. The tires are hit, and the car goes out of control into several vehicles parked on the street. The truck speeds by. The other police vehicles are in pursuit. Fulton makes a sharp turn on a side street, putting the truck on 2 wheels.
Where are you going?
Gotta get back on the main road or else they'll box us in.
What's happening?
I said shut the fuck up!
Travis strikes Robert in the face, knocking him out cold.
Got a red light up ahead.
Go through it.
What?
Go through it and then stop in the intersection.
For what?
Travis reaches under his seat and pulls out more guns. Puts a couple in Fulton's lap.
What are you doing?
Just follow my lead.
Exterior town intersection, afternoon. The truck speeds into the intersection, narrowly missing a couple of cars, and screeches to a halt. Other cars crash into each other. A few others are forced up on the sidewalks. A few drivers exit their vehicles and approach the truck.
Are you fucking crazy? What the hell's the matter with you?
Traffic backs up at the intersection. Horns honk. Other people exit their vehicles. People on the sidewalk stop to see what's happening.
I hope you have fucking insurance.
The truck passenger door opens. Travis appears.
I do.
Travis pulls his gun and fires several shots into the driver, knocking his now lifeless body back onto the pavement.
Now!
Fulton opens his door, holding 2 handguns. They both start firing randomly at vehicles and people in the intersection. Cars are hit. Engines blow. Several other drivers, passengers, and pedestrians are hit. Others flee off the street, retreating into buildings. People flee from their vehicles. Travis produces a shotgun from behind his seat and continues firing. The intersection is now a roadblock of abandoned vehicles and bodies. From the opposite direction, a gasoline tanker truck approaches the intersection.
I'll be damned.
Travis stops the tanker and forces the driver out. The driver flees in another direction. Travis runs back to the truck and gets in.
Floor it.
Travis leans out of his window and empties his shotgun at the tanker. Boom! It explodes all over the road. Local shop windows explode. Fulton speeds out of town. A few police cars speed into the intersection, now a disaster area.
Jesus H. Christ. Central, this is Unit 015, code 1045C, intersection of Junction Road and Red Rock Lane. Multiple 1045, 1071, and 1080. Need assistance. Notify Waverly County Sheriff and air units. Get fire and rescue here. Multiple casualties.
Exterior dirt road, afternoon. The truck comes speeding down the road, kicking up dust and almost out of control. Interior, truck, afternoon. Fulton struggles to maintain control, eyes bulging out of his head and sweating like a pig.
Oh my god, can't believe we did that.
Relax, son. Just breathe.
Why the hell did you do that?
Hey, the cops were gonna get us. Something had to be done.
Why didn't you listen to Jory, man? I knew they'd spot you.
Don't sass me. Just relax. I'm trying to think. See any cop cars from your side?
Fulton looks in the rearview mirror.
No, probably got caught back there.
Good thing. See? I told you.
Now we're wanted for murder. Not good. Not good.
Relax. We'll be out of the country soon.
Robert is bounced around in the back, his face bloodied from the earlier blow. From down the road, they see an RV coming out of the foothills straight towards them.
There!
What?
Right there! Block that thing!
Fulton turns the vehicle sideways on the road. The RV screeches to a halt. Inside, a husband and wife look confused at what is in front of them. Travis exits the vehicle and fires a shot from his handgun over the RV. Fulton exits too, and forces his way into the RV, gun at the ready.
Out of the vehicle now.
The husband and wife exit, hands up in the air. The wife whimpers in fear. The husband's face is that of panic and pleading.
Please don't hurt us. Take whatever you want.
Bet your ass I'm gonna take whatever I want. Starting with your lives.
Travis fires one shot each into their heads. They're dead before they hit the pavement. goes over and takes the man's wallet.
Now what?
Get the supplies out of the truck and into this thing quickly.
Travis goes over to the truck and grabs hold of Robert, still bloodied and semi-conscious.
Get up and don't say a word.
Travis pulls Robert from the vehicle, keeps his gun right at Robert's head. Robert sees the bodies of the man and woman lying on the road.
What happened?
I say don't say a fucking word!
It's loaded up.
Burn this thing.
Fulton pulls out a cigarette lighter and walks over to the truck, takes a shirt from the front seat, lights it, and tosses it back into the truck. The interior instantly catches fire.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Fulton jumps into the RV. Travis pushes Robert in. The RV speeds off, narrowly missing the bodies of the couple in the road. The truck now explodes into a fireball. Interior, RV, afternoon. Travis is at the wheel. Fulton is right behind him, keeping a gun on Robert. He sees a small TV on a kitchen counter.
There's a TV in here.
See if there's any local news from back there.
Fulton turns on the TV, looks confused by the newer model, plays with it, then locks onto a channel.
Got something.
Turn it up.
On the screen, a news reporter. Behind her, a scene of chaos on the street. In the corner of the screen, Bradford County News, Channel 14.
Police have already alerted law enforcement in several nearby counties to help in the search for Travis Whitten, an escapee from Paxton County Correctional Institute. Whitten is believed to be the cause of this destruction here in Oasis Junction, which has resulted in, so far, 7 deaths and several dozens of people injured. Eyewitnesses who said that Whitten and a male driver, believed to be his son Fulton, exited their vehicle here at this intersection and began randomly firing at the cars and pedestrians at this intersection. Police were already pursuing the pair after they got a tip from a few folks who claimed to have spotted Whitten in that truck just a few blocks from here. One officer, Martin Ramirez, was shot and killed by Whitten after executing a traffic stop on that same vehicle a few blocks from here.
Turn it off.
Now what?
Now we get out, and we have the vehicle to do it. Luck is on our side.
Exterior trailer park, evening. All is quiet. Harley sits against a trailer, does not move, stares straight ahead. Interior trailer, evening. Jory and Char are playing cards. The TV plays in the background.
Should have been back by now.
Yeah, that fucking Travis didn't get caught.
Travis can take care of himself.
Harley comes running through the door.
What the fuck?
Car coming down the road, not one of ours.
Oh, fuck.
Both Jory and Char pull guns from the waistbands, look out the door, and see the RV speeding towards them.
Who's that?
I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Stay here.
Exterior trailer park, evening. Jory and Char run towards the RV, guns pointed forward. Jory sees who's up front.
Hold it. It's them.
RV stops. Everybody, including Robert, Travis's gun at his head, exits. Travis forces Robert to his knees.
What the hell, man? Where did you get this thing?
Long story. We gotta get out of here tonight while it's dark.
What the fuck, man?
We had a situation back in town.
Situation? You got spotted, didn't you?
We didn't have a choice. The cops were on us. Had to take out some folks while getting away.
Oh, you son of a bitch. How many?
A lot. We're really on the most wanted now.
Jory grabs an exhausted Travis by the shirt, ready to hit him.
Jory, no.
He's right. It was them or us.
What do we do now?
Jory releases Travis, gets his thoughts together.
Okay, he's right. We've got to get out of here tonight. Travis, you get in touch with Hector?
Told them to call him from the road.
You mean Mexico?
Got to cross the border. Don't have a choice now. Okay, Harley, take him to the room and chain him up and then come right back. We all start loading supplies. Go.
We're actually going to Mexico?
Have to. It's not safe here anymore.
But
No buts. Just do as you're told. I just hope they taught you Spanish at that boys' home.
Jory hands Harley a set of keys. He takes a now catatonic Robert by the arm, and they walk off into the darkness. Interior clubhouse, night. The door creaks open. Harley pulls a flashlight from his pockets, and the beam cuts through the dust into the room. Robert enters first, hands on his head.
just go over on that mattress and sit down. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Harley sees something. The beam moves over to the mattress where Mike was. He's not there. Part of the wall behind the mattress has been taken out, pieces of it on the floor. Harley freezes for a moment and then turns around. Mike lunges at him and bam! Punches him in the face with his chain-wrapped fist. Harley falls to the floor. Mike gets the flashlight, shines the beam at Robert, who stands there, stunned. Mike's eyes are wide and he's breathing heavy.
You okay?
I was gonna ask you.
Lower your voice. Check him for a gun.
Robert pats down Harley. Mike grabs the flashlight, turns it off, and looks outside through a crack in the doorway.
He's got nothing but keys.
We're gonna come looking for him.
I know, but we can't stay here.
We can't just walk out of here.
The cops have to come here sooner or later. These guys shot up the town near here and killed a couple down the road.
Do you seriously want to wait if they do come?
Hell no. We need a plan, and we need one right now.
Exterior trailer park, night. Travis and Fulton are loading supplies into the RV. Jory and Char stand at one side of it and keep their eyes peeled down the road for any other outsiders.
Harley needs to get back here and help.
Where is he?
I don't know. Should have been back by now. Go see what's holding him up.
Interior clubhouse, night. Mike is chaining up a dazed Harley. Robert searches around and finds a rag. Walks up and places it in Harley's mouth, then wraps another chain around the rag.
That will keep him from talking.
Now what?
We gotta get one of those cars outside.
Those keys.
These are keys to locks, not cars. They have to keep them somewhere around here.
Where is that?
I have no idea. You have to get out of this room first before they come looking for him.
Right, let's go.
They both quietly exit, looking around. Robert locks the inside of the doorknob and slowly closes it.
We just need to stay out of sight.
Exterior trailer park, night. They scamper off into the darkness. Another angle. Char approaches the clubhouse. Looks surprised to see the door is shut. Walks up and tries to open the door. It won't move. She pounds on it.
Harley. Harley, you in there?
She hears moans coming from inside. Puzzled, she calls out Harley's name again, then draws a handgun from her waistband and fires a shot into the doorknob. The door flies open. Interior clubhouse, night. Laying on the floor, bloodied and chained up, is Harley. She slowly moves towards him, the gun at the ready. Sees the two mattresses have nobody on them. She goes over to Harley and removes the gag from his mouth and begins to remove the chains from his torso.
Did they do this to you?
Yeah.
Where are they? They escaped?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we need to get you back to your dad. Can you stand up?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
They exit the clubhouse. Char holds Harley up and keeps her gun pointed forward. Exterior trailer park, night. Jory, Travis, and Fulton are loading the last of the supplies into the RV. Exterior desert, night. A police helicopter circles in the sky. A spotlight moves back and forth across the desert floor. Interior helicopter, night. A pilot and a spotter.
Anything? Negative. Could sure use some infrared. At least we got a full moon. Hold it. I see something. Where? 2 o'clock. I think I see a vehicle a few hundred yards up. Got it.
They fly over. Spotlight on a smoking, abandoned truck on a dirt road. Near the truck, they see 2 bodies with blood on their faces.
Looks like 2 deceased in an early model truck. Call it in. Air Unit 14 to Central. Spotted truck matching description of one spotted in town earlier. Have what appears to be a deceased man and woman next to the vehicle. Send police and rescue units to Access Road, 10 miles east of Interstate. We'll circle the area.
Exterior trailer park, night. The 3 guys stand outside the RV, smoking cigarettes. Out of the darkness comes Char, helping Harley along.
What the fuck?
What happened?
The 2 guys escaped. They jumped Harley and got away.
See where they went?
Well, they were gone by the time I got there.
Should have executed his ass right here.
How did this happen?
Harley is too dazed to answer.
I told you he was bad luck.
Yeah, watch your mouth.
It's true. Fulton wouldn't let him escape.
The boy was jumped.
Maybe he should have had a gun. If he only had the guts to use one.
Jory lunges at Travis. They both go to the ground, punching each other in the face and ribs. Char and Fulton struggle to break them up. They finally succeed. Jory and Travis kick at each other.
Will you 2 knock it off? We have to leave right now.
Not with those 2 running around. We leave no witnesses. Gather up your guns. We got one final hunt.
What about everyone else here?
Find those 2, then kill everyone else. I mean men, women, and children.
A few moments later, everyone is fully armed, including Harley.
All right. Everybody knows where to look. They couldn't have gotten far. If you see them, blast the sons of bitches and call out.
Right.
Jory, Harley stays with you. Make a man out of him yet.
Hey, you want to go again?
Enough. Let's get those assholes.
Everybody spreads out. Nearby, Mike and Robert watch what is going on. Once the area is clear, they cautiously approach the RV. Interior RV, night. The door slowly opens. They enter and instantly eyeball some of the supplies. Each grab a bottled water and begin chugging it down.
No, not so fast, you'll get sick.
Mike moves up to the driver's side.
No damn keys or two-way radio. Damn.
Keep looking for something. Anything.
They start to fumble through the glove compartment, drawers, etc.
Got something?
Holds up the survival pack from the plane. Pulls out the flare gun and a few road flares.
Look here.
Reaches into a kitchen drawer and produces several large chef's knives.
Okay, now what?
We do what we have to.
Got 2 road flares here.
We got to find a phone.
Out here?
Might be one somewhere.
Maybe they have the only one.
Might be our only chance.
They quickly gather up their makeshift weapons and load a few water bottles into their pockets, then go to the door of the RV.
Just stick together. Ready?
Mike nods. Slowly, Robert opens the door and they exit slowly, closing the door behind them. They run off into the darkness. Interior, trailer, night. A door is kicked in. A camping light is the only light inside. Fulton enters holding 2 handguns, a dusty and dirty trailer full of old furniture. In a closet, a couple hides. Under a bed, a little girl lays still, eyes wide with fear. Fulton carefully checks around, calls out.
If you're in here, you better show your face.
Goes up to the closet, opens the door. The couple gasps in fear.
Where are they? Who? 2 guys. Escaped from the clubhouse. Where are they?
I don't know, please don't hurt us.
The woman's head is buried in his shoulder. She whimpers. Fulton turns his attention towards the bed.
No, no, please.
Fulton walks over to the bed, keeping his guns on the couple.
You, under the bed. Come out of there right now. 2 people are gonna die if you don't.
The bed moves. Out from under crawls the little girl.
Oh, fuck. Get over there with them.
The girl runs over to her parents. Fulton keeps his gun on them.
Now listen up. We got 2 guys who are on the loose in here. If you see them, you're gonna let us know, right? Right?
The couple nods very fast. Interior, another trailer, night. Jory is searching the trailer, ransacking the place. Harley has his gun on an elderly couple sitting on an old torn sofa in the living room. Tries to keep them calm. Exterior trailer park, night. Char is covering the outside, moving slowly with a flashlight in one hand and her gun in the other. Exterior car storage area, night. Travis is going car to car, shining a flashlight in the windows. He too has his gun at the ready. Interior, another trailer, night. Fulton kicks in the door. Nobody appears to be in this one. Only the light of the full moon shows through the windows. Fulton moves carefully through. The dust hangs thick in the air. The floor creaks under his feet. He pushes aside several webs. Spiders scurry across the floor. He enters a back room. The only sounds are from crickets heard through a broken window. Goes over to the closet and reaches for the door.
Who's behind door number 2?
Throws it open and points his guns. Nobody. He backs away and Robert appears out of nowhere and plunges a knife into Fulton's back. Fulton, on sheer adrenaline, fires his guns off in all directions and drops the guns. Robert dives out of the room. Fulton pulls the knife from his back and staggers.
You're fucking dead.
No, you are.
Fulton turns. From a rafter, Mike leaps at him and plunges another knife into Fulton's neck. Fulton, now a look of terror and agony etched on his face, staggers backwards, falls against a wall, and stops breathing. His blank eyes stare straight ahead.
You know they heard the shots.
Exterior trailer park, night. Char, Travis, Harley, and Jory come running in from all directions.
They came from over here. Fulton must have got them.
Yes, I knew he would.
They run up to the trailer and enter. Interior trailer, night.
Fulton! Fulton, where are you?
Got a body back here.
She shines her flashlight and freezes, stunned. The guys come back and see Fulton seated against the wall. Blood runs from his lifeless body. Travis slowly approaches.
Fulton, son. You okay?
He trembles with anger. His face winces.
Damn it, god damn it!
Jory and Harley stand there, both speechless and emotionless. Char reaches out and tries to console Travis, who pushes her against a wall.
Don't touch me!
Hey!
Jory lunges at Travis. On instinct, Travis points his gun at Jory. Harley just stands there, frozen with fear.
Stay away!
Char points her gun at Travis.
Travis, don't.
Just calm down! Everyone just calm the fuck down! Travis, I'm I'm really sorry about your boy, but we need to keep our cool here. Forget about these guys and let the desert take them. What we need to do is get in the RV and get the fuck out of here. No more waiting.
No witnesses, right?
Right.
All right then. Kill them all.
Exterior trailer park, night. Robert and Mike are crouched behind a building, slugging down the last of the water bottles and trying to catch their breaths.
Now what?
We have choices.
I'm listening.
1, take off and take our chances in the desert. 2, wait for help and play hide and seek with these assholes. 3, we take care of them. Same way we took care of that guy.
We try to escape, they'll probably hunt us like they did those 2 other guys.
If they get away, they're gonna kill more people. Too many options. Wait, those cars over there. You know engines? Can you hotwire one?
Depends on the year it is.
Let's go.
Interior, another trailer, night. Char kicks in the door and fires off a few shots. Looks around and doesn't see anyone. Carefully moves to a back room, gun pointed forward. Wham! She's struck in the face by a board held by a figure out of the shadows. She stumbles backwards, still holding her gun. Wham! She's struck from behind by another resident from out of the shadows, yells in pain and falls to her knees. Is kicked in the face and lands on the floor. She raises her gun and fires off a few random shots and hears the sound of feet scrambling out of the trailer. Face bloodied, she tries to compose herself, swearing out loud. Interior, another trailer, night. Travis enters with a gun in one hand and a flashlight in the other. Hears sounds from the back, like someone is trying to escape. Moves quickly toward the sound, enters the room, and lets off a few rounds. Nothing. Looks around some more. Bam! Is hit in the face with a chair and hits a wall, points his gun into the darkness, and is jumped from behind and grabbed around the neck by a figure out of nowhere. Struggles with it, as the other one punches him in the gut. Travis composes himself enough to fire off a round at the figure, who falls to the floor. The other is thrown off and scrambles out the door, followed by several shots from Travis, and is hit. Exterior, car storage area, night. Robert and Mike sneak around, hearing the shots in the background. Robert checks out several cars.
Anything?
They're all too new. I don't know how to work them.
Fuck. If we only knew where the keys were.
Robert stops for a minute and gets out of the car. Looks up and around.
Is it done?
No. Just listen.
To what?
Just listen.
Off in the distance, a distinct humming noise is heard. They look at each other, unsure what to make of it.
What is that?
Over there.
They both hurry over to the outer edge of the vehicle storage area. Off in the distance, they see a beam of light coming out of the sky and moving along the ground.
Holy shit.
What is it?
An opportunity. Come on, we gotta hurry.
Exterior trailer park, night. Travis is hobbling along, still firing at some figures running through the park. They disappear into the darkness.
Son of a bitch!
Interior helicopter, night.
Area Unit 14, any visual confirmation?
Negative, Central. We're gonna patrol about another 20 minutes, then we'll have to wait for daylight. Fuel's getting pretty low.
Roger that, 14. Report back any sightings.
10-4.
Exterior trailer park, night. Char runs over to Travis. Both have been beaten pretty badly.
Jory,
Jory and Harley come running up to them.
What the fuck?
we got ambushed.
Are they dead?
No. I just got one for sure.
They know something's up.
We can't wait for daylight anymore. We leave now. Fuck everyone else. Just let them die out here.
Interior RV, night. The 4 of them get in. Jory goes through his keys.
What do I smell?
What's that?
Angle on the gas tank. Gas leaks and puddles at the rear of the RV.
That's gasoline.
Everybody freezes for a moment, and then the interior is lit up in reddish-pink color. A whistling sound is heard. Outside, a flare flies through the air and hits the puddle of gasoline, igniting it immediately. The entire rear of the RV is engulfed.
It's a trap.
Everybody out!
They all stumble out. Just as quickly, the entire RV explodes into a fireball, knocking them all to the ground. Interior helicopter, night. Both the spotter and the pilot see what's happening in the distance.
Whoa! Unit 14 to Central. Just spotted an explosion about 4 miles southeast of our present location. Going in for a closer look.
Roger that, 14. We'll alert command units.
Exterior trailer park, night. The 4 begin to run over to the car storage area.
Got the keys?
Yeah, a couple sets.
We take the one with most gas.
Mike, standing just outside of the cars, lights up a road flare, tosses it over into the cars. It lands in a puddle and flames come up. More gas tanks have been punctured. A series of boom, boom, boom. The cars explode one by one, lighting up the entire area. Robert and Mike are illuminated for a moment and begin to flee.
Over there!
He raises his gun and fires, hitting Mike in the arm. He falls to the ground and is grabbed by Robert, and they continue to flee. Travis points his gun when the helicopter appears overhead. The spotlight hits the four of them. Travis and Jory fire at the copter that banks off to one side.
Air 14 to base, taking fire from several individuals in the area of the explosion. Send all available units about 28 miles southeast of the interstate. Looks like some kind of trailer park. One individual, possibly suspect Jory Kavanaugh, from what we can see, taking evasive maneuver.
Roger that, 14. All available units, code 3 to area 28 miles southeast off Access Road 29. Air Unit 14 taking fire from individuals in the area of 1080. Suspects possible fugitives.
The helicopter speeds out of the area.
What the fuck do we do now?
Get them.
They all take off in the same direction Robert and Mike fled, then spread out. Jory and Harley are running towards the clubhouse. Harley stops, a look of fear on his face.
Come on, boy, what the hell?
I don't think this is such a good idea.
What?
Dad, I can't go to prison.
Who said anything about going to prison?
How are we supposed to get out of here? All the cars got destroyed and they could be after us now.
Son, nothing's over until it's over. We'll find another way. In the meantime, we gotta get these sons of bitches that killed Fulton. So take hold of your damn gun and kill somebody!
He grabs Harley by the arm and they run to a group of structures on the outskirts. Char is moving between some trailers, carefully looking into windows. At one trailer, she hears movement. Goes to the door. It doesn't open.
Better come out right now.
Fires several shots into the door and hears a thump. She laughs at what she's just done. Slowly opens the door and sees a body laying there. Suddenly she stops in her tracks. It's the body of Fulton. From a corner of the front room, Robert comes flying across through the doorway and tackles her. They both hit the ground and Char's gun flies out of her hand. Char is laying on top of Robert, who has his arm wrapped around her neck. She headbutts him in the nose and his grip loosens. She frees herself and goes after the gun, picks it up and begins firing into the darkness. Is quickly tackled by Robert and they fly out of the door. Exterior trailer park, night. She looks around for a few moments and sees Robert standing right there, but not moving. Click. She pulls the trigger, but is out of ammo.
I knew you were out, bitch.
Now dirtied, bloodied, and baring her teeth, Char pulls a switchblade.
Now you die.
Sorry, I can't hit a lady,
What?
but he can.
She looks at him strangely, then turns around. It's Mike, who nails her with a right hook, then a punch to the gut, then a flying kick to the chest, sending her sprawling to the ground. She lays there, motionless, trying to catch her breath. Several residents appear from the shadows, young and old, holding boards and rocks. They look at Robert and Mike. Mike winces and puts pressure on his bloodied left arm.
She's all yours.
Robert and Mike scurry away. The mob descends on Char, beating her with their assorted weaponry. Leona, from before, picks up the switchblade and walks over. Everyone stops as she approaches. Leona looks at her parents, who give her a look like, go ahead. A bloodied Char looks up at her.
Oh, sweetie, please help me.
You're beyond help.
Leona begins plunging the knife into Char. She screams in agony, and then silence. The mob is quiet, just looking down at her lifeless body. Leona's mother gently takes the switchblade from her. Jory and Harley move around the structures and hear the screams in the distance.
There goes one.
Look,
He points down at the ground, a blood trail.
Bingo. Hope he ain't dead. Want to fish him off, or I might just let you do it.
They follow the trail around the structures.
They could be in any one of these. You stay here and watch the outside.
He produces a flashlight.
I'm going in. Holler if you see him.
Harley nods, nervously holds his gun. Jory disappears inside one of the structures. Interior, structure, night. Jory is slowly moving through, flashlight and gun pointed forward. Another maze of spider webs. Exterior, trailer park, night. Harley hears a noise right near him. Clumsily points his gun in all directions.
Dad? Dad?
Robert runs up with a board and slams it down on Harley's arms. He drops the gun and begins to scream when Robert grabs him from behind and cuffs his mouth. He drags him to the side of one of the structures, out of sight.
Don't move and don't make a sound.
Mike steps out of the darkness, looks around.
I'm gonna remove my hand from your mouth. You make a sound, and my partner here shoots you in the head. Got it?
Mike shows him the gun he dropped. Harley nods.
Who is that guy?
My dad.
He's the one who everybody's looking for?
Yeah. What about the others? The bald guy's Travis, my dad's prison buddy, and the girl is my dad's girlfriend. Where's this Travis guy? I don't know, but they're looking for you.
Harley!
Dad!
Jory runs from around the corner and stops. Robert spins Harley around as a human shield. Mike points the gun at Jory.
Freeze! Stop right there!
Okay.
Put the gun down or he's dead.
Jory smiles, places his gun down and his hands in the air.
Turn around and lift your shirt.
You guys watch too much TV.
Jory turns, lifts his shirt to reveal a holster with another handgun.
All right, that too, on the ground.
Jory complies and turns back around.
Keep him up.
What are you gonna do now, huh?
Wait for help. Somebody saw the explosion.
So what do we do in the meantime? Get to know each other?
Let him shoot.
Mike points his gun in the direction of the voice. Travis comes out of the darkness with 2 handguns pointed forward. Robert tightens his grip on Harley's neck.
Careful, man. He's got Harley.
Go ahead and shoot. You already got my boy and his lady.
What?
They got her, man. She's laying dead just over there. Now they got your boy.
Jory trembles with anger, gives a look of death to Robert and Mike.
Shoot them! Freeze! Drop the guns or I drop your boy.
Travis laughs, still holds his guns at them.
If you wanted to shoot, you would have already. You took care of a lady and a teenage boy. Right cowardly, if you ask me, but us? You ain't got a chance. You ain't got the guts.
Click. Mike pulls the trigger. Nothing. Click. Click. A panicked look comes to his face. Travis laughs harder. Jory smiles with relief.
Told you your boy was a little scared. I was afraid he'd shoot himself, so I kept his gun empty.
Neither of you move. I still have your boy.
I don't think so.
Travis fires a shot at Harley, hitting him in the leg. Harley screams and drops to the ground, exposing Robert. Both he and Mike turn and flee around a corner. A few bullets narrowly miss them.
What the fuck?
Now they're ours.
Jory runs to Harley.
Harley, you okay?
Oh God, my leg!
Jory takes off his shirt and places it on the wound.
Let's get you up.
Leave him, we'll be fine.
He hands Jory his guns back.
We got a score to settle.
Jory takes the guns, gives Travis a look of disappointment and anger.
All right. Then you and I have a score to settle.
Fine. Now let's go.
You stay still, son. We'll be right back.
Mike and Robert move slowly between the trailers. Mike checks his wound.
Damn it. Help should have been here by now.
I gotta be on the way. The copter was right over us. Just got to stay out of sight until they come. Can you make it?
Yeah. Went from pain to numb.
They see beams from flashlights approaching.
You go that way. Call out if you see them.
Get under this trailer and stay out of sight.
What are we gonna do?
Take him out one at a time.
Jory moves around the grounds, nervously holding the flashlight and his gun.
Wherever you are, you better show yourself. You can die now or later. Either way, it's gonna happen.
He hears a banging noise from one of the trailers and moves towards it. On closer look, he sees rocks bouncing off the trailer, stops and turns. Wham! He's struck in the face by a brick thrown by Robert and stumbles backward. Robert runs up, grabs his gun hand. The gun unloads, firing in all directions. With his knee, Robert knocks the gun out of his hand. Jory reaches for the gun in his belt, and Robert throws an elbow into his face. The gun falls to the ground. Jory kicks Robert in the back of his knee and lays a punch to the side of his face. The two are now a few feet apart. Jory wants to find the gun, but keeps an eye on Robert, who is poised and ready to go.
All right, you and me. This is for my girl and my son.
No, this is for all your victims.
Robert runs at Jory and dives through the air, tackling him. They're now wrestling on the ground, landing several blows into each other's stomach and face. Robert had his arm around Jory's neck and tightens his grip. Jory, on one last breath, takes his fist and drives it back into Robert's groin, releasing the grip on his neck. Jory gets to his feet and kicks Robert several times in the ribs, laying him out on the ground. He then locates the gun and points it at Robert. The area suddenly lights up in a pinkish-red glow. Jory stops for a split second. Mike comes right up behind him and plunges a knife into his back. Jory screams, can't move. Mike, holding a lit road flare, shoves it into his mouth. Jory's face glows a light red color. Sparks and red flames shoot out the back of his neck. His body just stands there, trembling, then falls to his knees, then prone on the ground. Mike stands there, catching his breath, then goes over to Robert.
Rob, you okay?
Yeah, just hurts to breathe.
We got one more running around. Let's go to a hiding place.
They run back behind some trailers when all of a sudden they hear several sets of sirens approaching in the distance. Frightened people in the trailers come to their windows to see what is going on.
Holy Christ, it worked!
About fucking time.
They laugh in celebration. Bang! 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 Both are struck by several shots and fall to the ground. Travis comes out of the darkness and stands over them. They're still alive, but seriously wounded. They look up at Travis.
The two of you for my boy. Hope they're bringing body bags.
Points his guns at them to finish them off. Bang! 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 Travis drops his arms, his mouth agape. Falls straight forward and smacks into the ground right between Mike and Robert. Standing a few feet behind them is Harley. He's holding the gun that Jory had. He takes a deep breath and falls to his knees.
You're wrong, Travis. I do know how to use a gun.
Looks at the face-down body of his dad, head smoking from the road flare. Begins to tremble and breathe heavy. The sirens grow louder. The helicopter reappears in the sky. Overhead shot of the scene. Mike and Robert lay there alive, but in pain from several wounds to their arms and legs. Harley on his knees, dazed and beaten. Several bodies scattered about the trailer park. Flames from the car storage area illuminate the grounds. Residents slowly come out of their trailers. Some run over to Mike and Robert. Police cars, fire trucks, ambulances descend on the park, now bathed in a sea of red and blue lights. Dissolve to exterior trailer park, morning. Police and firemen are moving about the park. The car storage area is now only a blackened mess of cars, a few puffs of white smoke. Stretchers with wrapped bodies move towards ambulances. Residents and young children wrapped in blankets are given medical attention. Police investigators are questioning people. Hazmat teams are at the pit, pulling out bodies. Leona sits wrapped in a blanket. Her parents are being looked at by paramedics. She sees something that looks familiar lying on the ground in the distance. Goes over and sees it's her doll from before. With a big smile, she picks it up and hugs it. Members of the media descend on the area. At one ambulance, Robert and Mike, laying in stretchers, are being attended to. Multiple wrappings on their torsos and extremities. IV lines extend from their arms.
You okay?
Yeah, it only hurts when I move.
You were right, you know.
What do you mean?
Flying is dangerous.
Landing is more dangerous.
An FBI investigator appears in the doorway.
How are you guys holding up?
Okay.
We already got your preliminary statements. Right now, you're going to be taken to Oasis Medical Center for further treatment. Then there are a few more agencies that'll want to talk to you, okay?
Sure.
How does it feel to be heroes?
We're not. Just a couple of guys who were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
But with the right outcome.
Hey, what happens to Harley? You know the one who saved us? Kavanagh's kid?
Well, he's got some charges against him. We're going to have to hold him in protective custody until the court decides. He's going to need a lot of psychiatric observation, too.
What about the people here?
That's going to be up to the state. This area is going to have to be torn down. Kids will go into foster care temporarily for the protection. Adults will probably go into witness protection, state housing or something like that. A lot of red tape to clear up. These guys might have a whole gang out there. Hate to say it.
A lot of bystanders here.
Unfortunately, yes. See you guys at the hospital.
Closes the door. The ambulance snakes its way through dozens of emergency vehicles. Exterior, 2-lane highway, day. 2 government vans convoy down the highway. 1 FBI van holding Harley. A CPS, Child Protective Services, van holding several children from the trailer park. Leona's face stares out the window, holding her doll tightly. FBI van. Harley is handcuffed, front in his lap. His leg wound wrapped and in a catatonic state sits in rear seat. An FBI agent sits next to him. Harley turns his head to the agent and stares at him.
You alright, son?
Harley nods slightly.
Is he okay?
Yeah, I think he's just in shock.
Flashback to interior house, day. A younger Harley, around 7, sits in front of a TV playing Nintendo. In the kitchen is Jory and his wife, different lady, mid-20s, drinking and laughing hysterically. On the table, an assortment of beer, whiskey, vodka, wallets, handbags, cash, and a revolver. Suddenly, a pounding on the front door.
Police search warrant, open up!
Harley freezes. Jory grabs the revolver. His wife scrambles to hide everything. Crash! Several smoke bombs come through the windows. The door explodes open from a battering ram. Police swarm inside, dressed in full assault gear and gas masks. Harley screams. Jory sees several assault rifles point at him and drops the gun. Is taken down by several officers and cuffed. His wife runs in from the kitchen, grabs for the gun, and is shot several times by the officers. Harley is grabbed by another officer and taken outside. The last thing he sees are the lifeless body of his mom and the bloodied face of his dad through the smoke. Back to present. Harley begins to shake, lips tighten. He smacks the agent in the face, then throws several elbows into the agent's nose, sending a stream of blood against the window.
What going on back there?
Harley slams the head of the agent against the window, knocking him out cold, grabs his gun and fires a shot into the agent and another at the driver's head. He reaches over the seat and grabs hold of the steering wheel with one hand and pulls the driver's foot from the gas pedal with the other. CPS van. The driver notices that the FBI van is all over the road.
What the hell?
The FBI van veers off the road and crashes into some desert chaparral. The CPS driver pulls his van off the road right behind the FBI van, now disabled and smoking.
I gotta call this in.
He picks up his radio mic.
This is County Van CPS 124 reporting an accident involving FBI transport.
No sooner is that said when suddenly a gunshot is heard. The driver is struck in the head through his side window. The mic falls to the van floor. Harley appears outside the van, holding a gun down by his leg. The children in the van are quiet, don't even move. Harley goes over to the driver's lifeless body and pulls it out, dumping it on the desert ground. Leona looks at Harley, no emotion.
CBS 124, please repeat original call. CBS 124, come in.
Harley fires several shots into the radio. It sparks and dies. Interior ambulance, day. Robert and Mike are laying in stretchers side by side. 2 paramedics check their IV lines and dressings.
How are you guys doing?
Okay. How long until we get there?
About a half hour. Just rest.
Exterior road, day. The ambulance speeds ahead. Blue and red lights going. Interior ambulance, day. The driver listens to iTunes on his phone, looks in his rearview mirror and sees a vehicle approaching fast. He sticks his arm out the window, signaling for it to pass him, rolls the window back up. Exterior road, day. The vehicle pulls up on the side of the ambulance in the opposite lane. Interior ambulance, day.
What the hell?
What is it?
Someone's trying to pass, but they're running alongside me.
Maybe they're lost.
Driver rolls down the window.
Need help?
Full view of the vehicle. It's the CPS van. Harley at the wheel. Kids in the passenger seat stare out the window, including Leona, who's stroking the hair of her doll. Harley rolls down the passenger window and points a gun at the driver.
What the fuck?
Harley fires a quick succession of shots at the driver, who is blown off of his seat. Exterior road, day. Ambulance careens all over the road. Several screams are heard from inside. It skids off the road, flips, lands on its back, and explodes into a fireball. Through clouds of black smoke, we see the CPS van head off into the distance, turns off the main road onto a dirt road, kicking up dust behind it, and disappears.
And so the cleanup continues in the town of Oasis Junction after a shooting spree left what is now 16 people dead, including a police officer and at least 18 injured. In a related story, last night law enforcement officials in a combined jurisdictional search for the shooters came across a desert encampment.
Voice continues as we fade to black. Roll end credits.